Hi guys, welcome to match 2, and I just got a whole bunch of money because I'm playing Blister's team called Elven Wood Fondlers, and he's got a much higher team value than I have, so I get to buy stuff beforehand. What would you buy, Ethan, if you had 210,000 gold?
A reroll and an extra apothecary.
So you'd go for an apothecary rather than a legionary?
Yeah, definitely.
Why?
Because knowing my luck, he would steal all of the points and get all of the touchdowns.
Yeah. For those, do you want to explain what a mercenary is?
If you have less than 11 players, you get a mercenary, and he is also just a guy you can hire if you have enough inducement money for one game. And he's got loner, I think.
Yeah, which means you can't use the rerolls you got on him.
Yeah.
So if he fails a roll, he fails a roll.
Yeah, he's kind of like a big guy.
And I won the toss, and I got to receive.
Nice.
Yeah. So here I'm trying to set everything up. I'm trying to think of a reason why you wouldn't want to start the match with receiving if you could. Do you have any idea why you'd want to not do that?
I do not. Unless you just want to show off and score on the other team's kick in and then give them the kick in again, or you just want to make sure you're receiving the ball on the second half. But I don't know why.
I have a theory. I'm not a theory, but the only time I can think of when I might decide to kick rather than receive would be if I was playing a Lizardman team.
Yeah.
Because then I'm depending on how confident I am on my defending, but since that would force the Lizardman player to actually run forward with his skinks, and then I'd try to hurt him, I guess, but that's the only reason.
Yeah.
Blister has set up on his side kind of mishmashy. You can see all the tackle zones, so he's got me covered if I don't blitz someone from his team down, which of course I will. And he's also made one crucial mistake that you should never ever do when you're defending in Blood Bowl. He has put two of his elves on the line in the wide zones.
Yup. You can punch them right away. You don't even have to move and punch.
Yeah, and since we can only do one move and punch per round, that's not good, because now I can just punch them out of the way and they won't be there anymore. Blister is playing Wood Elves, as I said in the beginning. Strength and weaknesses, Ethan? What would you say?
They're really fast, they're good with balls, and they've got like the best blitzer in the game in the War Dancer.
The Wardan, yeah.
But if you knock them down, they're probably going to get hurt.
Which is why I'm really happy that I won the toss-up so I could receive, because then I can punch the shit out of his dudes. And here I'm kind of hoping to not knock down the elves on the side in the wide zones, because then I might get lucky and push them out and crowd surf them. And as you know, I do love to crowd surf my opponents.
Looking at some of the skills Blister's elves have got, some are really good ideas and some are really bad ideas.
Yeah, it's kind of a mishmash. In a way it's hard to play against him because his skill selection are not conventional. His thrower, Elton John, has pass and mighty blow.
I don't know. I just don't know anymore.
Which is not something I would have picked, But on the other hand, it does confuse me.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what he's getting at, and that alarms me a bit.
And and I know he's got a war dance with sure feet, which is good for moving really far. But I'm pretty sure he wanted to pick sure hands. So I remember he always has bad luck with picking up the ball with his war dancer. But he does have strip ball on the other one, which is like the best skill ever.
It is. It means that if you blitz someone that has the ball and you only score an arrow or a POW with an exclamation point, but they have dodge, meaning if you push them back, they will drop the ball, which is great for busting up cages. And here I'm being really lucky, which is always a good sign. I've been lucky so far. I mean, this is only the second match of the LP, so I'm sure I'll get dice draped at some point, which is the official name for missing all your rolls and just rolling really badly. Because if you recall, I wasted my reroll really early in this round. So when I picked up the ball and then went for going for it into handing it over to that magic card, I was pretty sure I would fuck up.
Yeah.
But I felt I didn't have a choice because his wood elves would have no problem just running around him and blitzing my beastman.
Yeah.
Or stripping the ball. So I felt that I pretty much had to do it. And now I'm in a really good situation. I've got Kozilek, Butcher of Truth, i.e. the magic card, holding onto the ball, and he's a Chaos Warrior, so he's got 4 strength, which means that if Blister wants to have any chance of actually knocking him down, he needs to either be really, really lucky with his roll, or put some assists with some extra wood elves next to whoever is punching my ball carrier.
Yeah.
And since I'm caging him in the white zone with Mikey the Bestest Beastman and Ragnar Berserker, it's probably not going to happen. I'm feeling pretty confident here. I'm pretty pleased with this start. So and it's Blister's first turn, so I'm not sure what he wants to do, other than dodge away from me, which is always a good start if you're wood elves.
Yep.
You don't really want to stand next to some dudes.
Damn, he is getting those assists up.
He is.
And also, you would have seen the little menu come up there where it's like abandoned match, and Blister does that to me every time we play, and I'm always in the middle of the screen and that pops up and I'm like, oh, click and make it go away, and I nearly abandon the match like every turn. It's the worst psychological warfare ever. I hate him.
And then he always pretends like he misclicked and is like, oh no, I didn't mean to. And the worst part is that first you actually believe him, saying, oh. So, as expected, he didn't get to do much.
Yeah.
He pushed me, and he could have moved up number 11 and 8, meaning a hamster and a wombat, but he left them at the bottom of the screen. I'm not sure why, because he really needs some extra guys.
Yeah.
Since he's wood elf, so he's always going to be outnumbered, even if you got 11 players on the pitch, playing almost any other team. You're gonna at least feel outnumbered.
Yeah. Especially with like your strength 2 catchers. Like Blister does have one that's strength 3. You got a plus strength roll. So he's he's a normal guy but really fast.
Yeah. Orlando Broom.
Yeah.
He's somewhere on the pitch. Oh, he's next to a tree man actually. Making him a really good catcher. Well, he would have been had he not been playing against a Chaos team.
And and I know that a wombat, his number
11.
11, yeah, has guard, so he would be really good at busting up that cage, giving some assists. But he's just sort of standing around.
Also, I'm sure some of you are wondering why I've got a Chaos Warrior holding onto the ball rather than a Beast Man, because the Chaos Warriors are they're strong, so they are always better at beating the shit out of dudes, and might not be perceived as a ball carrier. And it's true that Chaos Warriors only have 5 movements, so they're kind of slow. But at this point, since I'm playing Wood Elves that have a base movement of at least 7, I mean, their linemen have 7, and all their positionals are even faster. I'm never gonna outrun Blister.
Yeah.
So there's no point in trying. And the only really strong guy he has on his team is his tree, which is really freaking strong on the other hand. But he's stuck on the line of skirmish.
Yeah.
So I'm just taking my time. And I mean, he's gonna have a hard time knocking the ball loose. If I try and dodge out, maybe, but I kind of want to punch his dudes.
He could do something really pro with his strip ball war dancer, like leaping over his own guy into the cage and shoving you out.
Yeah.
But you have to make the leap roll, and also, like you said, it's a strength 4 Chaos Warrior, so he's not getting any assists, so you get to choose the dice, and you'll probably be fine.
And now he said something. For those that missed, it said, I just farted, it smells a lot. And then, get out.
Very mature, Blister.
Yeah. As he said, psychological warfare.
Yeah.
That's how he wins.
Okay,
He taunts you.
I'm just seeing how many of his guys have got level ups. Most of them. Oh, Elton John, the guy with Mighty Blow, also has -1 agility, so he is just... Damn.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense actually, since, as you said, he's got 3 agility, which makes him, in any other team, he would have been an excellent thrower. On a Wood Elf team, he's below average.
Yeah, he's not even as good as a lineman.
Yeah, so in a way, I have to give it to Blister. It makes sense to give him something like Mighty Blow and try and do something else with him.
Yeah, it all becomes clear in the end. He made a good choice, I guess.
Yeah, there's method to his madness.
Damn, he also has a catcher with minus agility too. Damn, and another one with minus armor.
Yeah, he's got 3 catchers.
Yeah.
The one with minus agility is number 3, which is Orlando Bloom. The the catcher with +1 in strength is Orlando Broom, and that's number 12.
Yeah. It's easy, you don't get confused ever.
No, it's quite excellent. And here I'm trying my best to do the old classic, or maybe I'm not. I'm trying to do the old classic, surf the guy standing next to the ball carrier, which is Michael Flatler.
Yeah, and it's a war dancer, so he only goes down on like 1 roll.
Yeah.
Of the dice. 1 in 6 chance of falling down. He's fine.
Yeah, he is. If you want to be really annoying with blodge characters, some teams, I know some coaches have a strategy of trying to, especially the old Norse team that had dodge on their catchers, and well, they had access to dodge, so you got it as soon as you could. And then you had a catcher with block and dodge, known as blodge, so they're really hard to knock down. And then to be super annoying, you give them sidestep,
Yeah.
which allows you to actually move your dude if he gets knocked around. And that is
I just hate
frustrating
sidestep.
as hell.
Yeah, it's like a lot of the time it isn't really useful. Like you can't put your guy somewhere where he's more useful than he already was, but it's just really irritating for the other guy who's like, yes,
Yeah.
I've cleared some space. Oh no, you've fallen down right in my way.
And here I debated for the longest time whether to actually punch him with my Chaos Warrior, but I didn't want to risk it. Because for some reason I'm really tempted to actually punch something with my Chaos Warrior, but I'm trying to like stay focused and be cool, stand still, and not too much, and just tell myself that if he scores, he's going to get 3 star play points, and that's good because he already has a few. So if I manage to score with him, he's going to get a skill up, assuming he doesn't die.
Yeah.
Later on.
And then that means he's going to be a special little guy.
Yeah. Also, please note that Blister now has 4 dudes on the LOS.
Versus 1 Chaos Warrior.
Yeah. I would kind of say that is perhaps not the best use of his Wood Elves. But on the other hand...
It worked.
Yeah. You can't argue with results.
Yeah, he's safe now.
Yeah. He's only badly hurt. And even though I would rather have 4 Chaos Warriors, I'm not going to waste my Apothecary on something like that, because I might actually get a serious injury or even death.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. And Blister is keeping up with his annoying Michael Flatley War Dancer, so he's just blitzing forward and standing next to my Bolt Carrier. And then I'm going to have a hell of a time trying to knock him down again. What would you say? What would you do if you were Blister in this situation?
I think pretty much what he was doing. His guy with guard was in a really good place, so he was assisting his War Dancer like a lot. So only your Chaos Warrior could really try and take him down.
That was number 11, by the way, who just got knocked out.
Yeah,
a 1-black.
Yeah, he's out now. And I don't know. I'd probably try and I guess spread my guys out a little bit more.
Yeah,
and then
it's
let you get moving, and then when you're like, I'm going to make a break for it, suddenly you've got a War Dancer in your grill for the rest of your life.
It's really, I have to say, it's really hard to play defense again with Wood Elves against a bashy team, because you kind of want to get in there and knock the ball loose, but in a sense you more or less have to hope that the other guy makes a mistake or try and force him to go through your tackle zones, because you are not likely to actually outpunch him.
Yeah, you can't stand all your guys next to him and slow him down. You have to give him a little bit of room, or all your guys are going to get punched and hurt.
I mean, as you can see right now, I've managed to knock out two dudes, I think. I've pushed one out, so already, even if we were even at the start of the game, he's now at... Had he been any other team, he would have been at a severe disadvantage to even try and actually score when it's his turn to receive. But since he's Wood Elves, he can basically score with 5 dudes if he want to.
Yeah, he can score easy.
But at least it's going to be hard for him to stop me at this junction.
Yeah. Wood Elves, they're the most obviously offensive team, not in that they'll hurt your guys, but in that they can score in 1 or 2 turns very easily.
Yeah, my Wood Elf scoring strategy, which I'm not going to give it away whether Blister uses it or not, but I usually try and have a few catchers and run them into the opposing side, and then stay back with my thrower, and not move the rest of the team forward as much. But since you can only blitz 1 guy, I know for sure that I'm going to have 2 dudes. Ugh.
And that is why you save the Apothecary.
Yeah, and here I'm going, is a niggling worth it? Is it... Do I... No, I don't want to have a niggling. And luckily, I get a pinched nerve instead.
Yeah, niggles aren't as bad as they used to be, but they're still pretty bad.
Once you get them, you get more easily hurt, since it gives you it affects your injury roll.
Yeah.
And that's effectively what an Apothecary does. If you get knocked down and you get injured, an Apothecary allows you to re-roll the injury roll, and then you pray and hope that the next injury roll isn't as bad. which the best of the injury rolls would be badly hurt, which just means that he's out for the whole match, but then he's back in the next one again.
And also Blister's tree failed his negative trait roll, which is take a root. Like, other big guys are stupid and don't do what you want them to. Trees just sort of get stuck and can't move ever again until the end of the drive.
Yeah. So his tree is pretty much useless at this point because there is no one on my team next to him either.
Yeah.
Not that I mean, the drive is going to be over soon enough.
Okay, here it is.
Oh!
Nice.
Yeah.
Look at that little guy. He's angry.
I'd say he's happy. He looks content with life.
Yeah, he looks like he looks like he's a weirdly proportioned monster man.
No, he knows he's done good. He's gonna get an... Oh, look at that injury box.
Yeah, that is much worse than last game.
Yep.
But you do have your spare guy.
I've got my mercenary, so I'm pretty happy I brought him out. And that's Blister.
Yeah, both of them are up again. Jeez.
And Michael Flatley is going to be on the pitch as well. So I've got 10 dudes and he's got 11. So he's got a pretty fair chance of scoring. I'd say he's going to score. Yeah. Probably. I'm expecting it. We had a question a few pages ago in the thread about my lineup or the way I put my dude on the field when I do line him up for a defensive drive. And well, now I've only got 10 dudes, but I always try and get an even spread to get the tackle zones out. And well, I'm kind of I like the way I put them out. So you'll almost never see me do anything differently.
It's defensively, there's not really that many different lineups you can do. Unless you want to have a big hole.
Yeah, I mean, if you're playing as a really slow team like Dwarves, you probably want to have one or two dudes in the back, especially if you're playing against Wood Elves or Skaven that are quick, because they're just going to run past you and then you can't catch up. But with medium fast teams, hey, I got a blitz.
Yeah, nice.
That means I get to go again.
And if this was the other way around and it was the Wood Elves getting a blitz, he could probably run a guy into where the ball's landing, catch it, and then he's well on his way to touching down.
Yeah. There is a blitz strategy that I like to use with my elf teams, which revolves around you need to have a guy with kick, because then you can more precisely specify where you want the ball to land. It lowers the scattering. So then you... Ugh.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's why you shouldn't try and run in hooves.
Good point. As I was saying, you then try to kick the ball short and hope for a blitz, because then you can actually reach the ball, dodge in there, and do some damage. Actually, hopefully catch the ball and run and score. And if you manage to do it, I mean, it won't happen a lot. You'd probably get a blitz every third game or so.
Yeah.
If you want to go by statistics. But when it does happen, you're halfway guaranteed to win the game.
Yeah. It's a free touchdown, pretty much. And your Chaos Warrior stunned by Mighty Blow Elton John. Your defensive line is crumbling. It was a good school choice.
Yes, it is. Luckily, Blister has decided to not move forward.
And not go in the big gap in your line.
Yeah, with any of his guys, but instead go for what looks like a Wood Elf cage. Which I personally wouldn't think to be a wise cage, because Wood Elves are squishy.
Now he's fouling. What a jerk.
Yeah. He's... That is just an insult. Now, okay, I started the fouling by fouling one of his dudes in the last drive, but clearly they had nothing to do and were just standing around.
Yeah, and you were also kicking an elf. So
Yeah.
he was asking for it by being born.
Exactly.
Whereas your guy is a horribly mutated goat man. He's got enough
Yeah.
problems. He already fell over and is embarrassed.
And then a freaking elf comes and spits on him and try to squish him.
This is
What?
this is now a bitter grudge match.
Yeah.
It's no longer friendly.
No way. I thought there was honor on the Blood Bowl pitch. Clearly, I was wrong.
Okay.
I mean, what has the game come to?
Oh, that's a good line by the actual in-game commentary where he's like, "Oh, with the price of doping on the rise and bribery, and the refs are asking for more money than ever. It's outrageous." Yeah, Blood Bowl is everything wrong with any sport, but turned round and twisted, so it's good. I love it.
I kind of like the commentators in Cyanide Blood Bowl. The problem, I mean, they're funny. The problem is, if you play a lot of Blood Bowl, you're gonna hear everything like 10, 20, 50 times.
Yeah.
And it's funny once or twice.
Yeah, that's the issue, really. Hopefully they'll have
And
more
al-
lines for the new
yeah.
edition.
And also, I don't like the way they taunt me when I try to test stuff, like deciding what font to use and how to record. So if I open a game and then end it prematurely, they're gonna taunt you in the results screen afterwards. And it's just not fair, damn it.
Damn, Blister just played you. He tricked you
Yeah.
into going into that cage, and now look at him. He's like home free or something. You can only get like 2 guys to him, and he's a little fast guy.
He is. If he survives this or gets some more dudes down there, to block me, I'm screwed. But then that happened.
Damn. Okay, that's number 13. So,
Yeah, that's his mercenary. So if he scores, it's a touchdown, but his team is not going to get any star player points.
this is why you don't get them, because it ruins your life. Okay, let's see how this goes. Not swimmingly.
Well, it's an instance of what I wanted to do was free number 11,
Yeah.
meaning Mr. Hadwick. So now I don't have to dodge with him. And usually, since he's dodging at a 3+ roll, so if he rolls 3, 4, 5, or 6, had he dodged, he would have gotten out, and that is smashing.
And your guy's worse off for it as well. Good job.
Yep. Thank you.
Good job. Mr. Hadwick, you're awful.
Aww.
You
Now
did,
someone's gonna.
you did so good last game, and now there's just a goat playing.
To be fair to Mr. Hadwick, he did manage to knock the ball loose.
Yeah.
So it's not a total loss, and it's in a Beastman tackle zone. Unfortunately, I'm playing Wood Elves, so it's not going to be that hard to pick up.
It's okay, his tree fell over.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Speaking of which, I'm glad I stopped myself. I was about to do a really bad Blood Bowl inspired tree falling down in the forest joke.
Damn.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
glad you didn't.
So am I.
Oh, and you forgot to do Blitz again with that guy. I just saw that.
Yeah.
I just saw you doing it.
Yep. So now I'm gonna punch some dudes instead, which is what I usually do when I forget about my blitz. I take it out on not so innocent elves. And I also realize at this point that the number 4 Chaos Warrior, Ronnie James Dio, can't actually blitz instead. So the only one left is number 5, Mikey the Bestest Beastman, and he's gonna have to make a really hard dodge, so I'm not gonna do it. Instead,
You're gonna fall down.
yep.
It is the last turn though, so I think you're safe from a touchdown. Damn, if that had not been a turnover, his guy actually probably would have made that and scored.
Yeah,
Counting the squares, that is lucky. That is the skin of your teeth.
that is the skin of my teeth, which is all you need in Blood Bowl. Still, I'm not worse off than I was before, but
Yeah,
I'm not better off either.
This is a much closer game so far.